Fuck yeah. Um,
Uh,
are you ready? I can reread the first paragraph, or the first
like,
chapter.
that, that whole first fucking paragraph just looks like a nightmare.
It's
Like,
really,
there's.
um, we can read it chapter by chapter. Like, I read a chapter, you read a chapter.
That works.
I want you to read the first chapter though because I have been pumped to read the second chapter for you because it is hilarious and I know that I won't be able to contain myself.
Alright, I think I'll skip the author's note.
The author's note is the best part though.
Sorry.
I could do all the author's notes.
No, I'll do the author's note.
Okay, go ahead.
Author's note. Special thanks. Get it? Because I'm gothic. Or gothic.
Yeah.
Gothic. To my GF, you not in that way. Raven Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too. I
MCR.
don't know the last. MCR.
It's My Chemical Romance. It's the acronym for My Chemical Romance.
Of course. I should have known.
You really should have. I mean, you're dating me.
Hi, my name is Ebony Douglas Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. Purple streaks and red tips, and it reaches my mid back, and icy blue eyes, like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Authors and I, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Jim Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. Came in my pants. I'm pale hair, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch. I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm a 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, black or white foundation,
Black foundation.
Black foundation. Black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I pulled up my middle finger at them.
Hey, Ebony.
I didn't want to go voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked.
Nothing.
He said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away.
Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Chapter 2. Author's note. Thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, prep stop flaming my story, okay? The next day I woke up in my... What?
I don't understand why there's just a random 666 in the middle of that section.
Oh my god, there is! That is the best thing. It gets worse with the 666s, I can tell you that right now.
Worse it does.
The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door to my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took of my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. You put on all these things on. Good job, Ebony. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and I put my hair in kind of a messy bun. My friend Willow, author note, Raven, this is you! Woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini. I like how she says black mini instead of a black mini skirt or anything. Like, it's literally
Yeah,
just
right.
a black mini. That could be a mini anything. It's a fucking mini Kit Kat. Fishnets and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner.
Shocker.
Oh my god, dialogue. Would you like to be Ebony or Raven?
God. I guess I'll be Raven.
Alright.
Already doing Ebony.
Alright, so you go first.
Oh my fucking god, I thought you were talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday.
She said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing.
Do you like Draco?
She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. Of course they're Slytherin. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted.
Yeah, right.
She exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. You need to be Draco.
Hi.
Hi, I replied flirtily. Hi, I replied flirtily.
Guess what?
He said, what? I asked.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade. I don't know that town.
Hogsmeade or some shit, he told me.
Hogsmeade.
Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They're my favorite band besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me?
He asked. I gasped. I can't wait for I can't wait for you to read this chapter because this is when they first have sex.
Okay.
What?
I have to do more fucking things.
Oh, good. Let us do the thing. I'm pretty sure you're reading chapter 3, right?
I think so.
Unless you want me to, because this one's like the longest chapter so far.
Okay.
Okie. And of course, we will be doing dialogue. What?
Alright, yeah. Susan, stop flaming the story, preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte.
Fantastic.
On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them, Underneath them were red, red fishnets. I did it. I knew how to words. Then I put on a black leather mid-dress with all the corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky.
You teased
How do you
it?
straighten your hair and make it spiky?
You tease it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt a bit depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway.
Then why
drank
do you
some
do
in the
every
blood,
other day?
So I was ready to go to the concert.
Fantastic.
I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple plain t-shirt. They would play at the show too.
Simple Plan is a band.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of them. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants. I've never seen Malfoy ever in saggy skater pants. Black nail polish and eyeliner. Author's note, a lot of cool boys wear it. Okay. You're out.
Am I Ebony? I thought I was being Draco.
That works, I guess.
Since you're reading, you have to be Ebony.
My mother's retarded.
What did she do this time?
Family's retarded.
That.
So
okay, just let's continue.
Alright. Hi, Draco. I said in a depressed voice.
Hi, Ebony.
He said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes Benz. Of course, the license plate said 666.
I told you.
And flew to the place with the concert.
The venue.
On the way, we listened excitingly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. Drugs. That's a very vague way of saying it.
We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. They're doing meth.
Got there, we hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte.
Okay, first of all, you cannot mosh to Good Charlotte. Second of all, mosh pits are not at the front of the stage. There are so many things wrong with this. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. I'm just gonna say that they're doing meth. That's definitely what they're doing. Just all the meth. All of it.
Meth and heroin.
You know, I actually don't know this song that they're doing, so I'm just gonna give it like whatever fucking melody I want to when I read the lyrics.
Go for it.
You coming cold, you covered in blood. They're all so happy you arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands it to your mom. She sets you on free into this life. What?
I don't own the lyrics to the song.
Joelle is fucking hot.
I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked. We moshed to the music, then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said.
Really?
Really?
I'm Draco, remember?
That's right.
Really?
Draco sensitively as he put his arm around me, all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch. I said disgustingly, thinking of her ugly blonde face.
Her face is blonde. That is.
Yes. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Jolie for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest.
I like all the fucking dots.
Yeah,
it's literally just, instead he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. It's so dramatic.
I know. Dramatic. Pause!
Oh god. Alright. Chapter 4. Author's note. I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Ebony, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he's acting different. They knew each other before, okay? Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the
That's a weird
fucking...
way of saying it. Walked out of it.
Like, you just
I mean,
stand
got out of
up.
the fucking car.
You just fucking stand up inside the car and just walk just normally out of it.
Like, just like morph through them.
Oh god. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily.
Ebony.
He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in. Oh god, this is the best. This is the best. I'm so pumped to read it.
It's going.
Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then, you're Dumbledore. You get to be Dumbledore.
Of course I'm Dumbledore. What the fuck are you doing, you motherfucker?
It was Dumbledore! He put his thingy into my you-know-what.
Every author's note a stop flaming message.
I like how she calls it flaming, too. Like, all the bad comments she was receiving, she referred to as flaming from preps.
Oh, God. Author's note, stop flaming. If you flame, it means you're a prep or a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reviews.
Reviews.
Dumbledore made me and Draco follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily.
You ludicrous fools!
He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pale face. Draco comforted me when we went back to the castle. The road took us to Professor Snape and Professor
McGonagall.
Who were both McGonagall, I guess. They were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you
mediocre
dunces?
Oh my god. Mediocre.
How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. Why Snape? Why fucking Snape? It's Snake.
His name is Snape.
Oh, I thought it was Snake.
Yeah, so did I until I was like 10.
My entire life, I thought his name was Snake.
No, his name's Snape.
Motherfucker.
Your mind has...
My whole life. I've even referred to him as Professor Snape to people, and I know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's because everybody thinks that it's Snake, but yeah, it's Snape.
Wow, okay, that's a thing I didn't know.
Yeah, you learned something from Ebony Darkness fucking Dementia Raven Way.
I actually learned something from this. and then Draco shrieked.
Because I love her!
Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looking mad. I'm sorry, that name.
I can never pronounce it.
Said, fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess. I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels when I came out. Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered even though I wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed after that and said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back to his room.
Why did she change into, like, a fucking dress and high heels if she was going to bed?
I don't know. I don't understand anything.
Author's note. Up preps. Okay. P.S. I would not update till you give me good revows. That was horrible. I hurt myself reading that. God, there's so much dialogue. Okay. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. You spray painted your hair purple. Okay, that's fine. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk.
Of course. Count fucking Chocula.
With blood instead of milk. And a glass of red blood. Red blood. Not blue blood, or purple blood, or green blood. It's not fucking Homestuck in this bitch, because it is red blood. Suddenly someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled all over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because, oh god, this is when she meets Harry Potter.
Oh god.
His name's Vampire. He's like a scene kid. He goes by Vampire. It's hilarious. I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that it was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses, just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden, whoever the fuck that is. He was so sexy that my body went all hot, and when I saw him, my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
You get to be fucking Harry Potter.
I'm sorry.
He said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned.
My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days.
He grumbled. Why? I exclaimed.
Because I love the taste of human blood.
You need to giggle. You need to giggle. He giggled. You need to giggle. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed.
Really?
He whimpered. Yeah! I roared. We sat down and talked for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Oh my god, they named Chapter 7 Bring Me to Life.
Of course they did.
The fucking story is called My Immortal. And of course...
It's on purpose. It's obviously on purpose.
Thanks a lot, Evanescence.
I do not envy Evanescence for having their name put on this garbage.
Well, also My Chemical Romance and Good Charlotte and Simple Plan and Marilyn Manson and Prebz.
All good artists.
All, yeah. They're all fairly decent, except Simple Plan is kind of like one of the worst pop punk bands. But anyway.
Yeah. I like maybe 2 of their songs.
Yeah, Welcome to My Life is okay, but you know.
Yeah. Ow.
You need to read this with all the typos. This author's note. You need to do it, unless...
Well, okay, guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews, and BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I Git Pen God Bond Da Flaming or I'll report you. Yvonne isn't a Mary Sue. Okay, she isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed for God's sake.
I like how within all her X's and like her 666 thing, there's a Z.
Yeah, I know.
Like there's just a line of all these fucking X's and 666 in the middle, and then it's just like Z.
You have to know all of this is just on purpose.
It's really not. It's really
not. Is it really not?
I'll show you her YouTube once we finish reading this.
Oh my god.
Because it is the worst, best thing. Is it your turn to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist signs on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was just jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively and we took out each other's clothes enthusiastically. He filled me up before I took off my top, and I took my black leather bra. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. So we went to bed and started making out naked. Then he put his voice thingy and mine, and we had sex.
See, is that stupid? That voice is just like the most shrill, annoying thing I've ever heard you make. You need to stop with that unless we're doing dialogue.
What, the voice?
The voice, I can't deal with it unless it's just dialogue. No, just dialogue, please. You're killing my ears. Oh god, can I read this, just this paragraph?
If you want to.
Oh, Draco! I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, bloody gothic writing were the words, "Vampire!" I was so angry. Okay, you can pick back up now.
You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of bed.
No, but you don't understand.
I like that Malfoy has Down syndrome.
I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that.
I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot. I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. This is something to say to people.
Like, because he thinks that he's gay now. So she's like, oh, you have AIDS. Like, you're a fucking vampire and you drink blood, but you're worried about a blood STD? Good job, Ebony.
I guess. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire party, motherfucker, I yelled.
I like how that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah, right. It makes no sense.
Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Her 666 isn't centered in this line separator.
It's
it makes me uncomfortable. I care about symmetry! You liked that more than I thought you would.
It was funny.
Water. Alright. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understandably. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. That sentence is the worst.
That did not sentence well.
That's actually what it says too. It's not just me fucking up.
Yeah, I was having a hard time following it because I'm like, that's not grammar. This is not grammar.
That is not how you grammar, Ebony. God damn it, Dementia Ravenway. Okay, she had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Where did that come from? Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is a Slytherin now, not Gryffindor.
It doesn't matter.
What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwits? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco. I think you got their names mixed up, hun. I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. What?
Who is...
Who's talking right now? Is this from, like, Draco's point of view or something? Like, what's going on now?
Yes?
I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I am bi, and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me. Oh, this is dialogue. There's just no fucking quotes around it.
Oh.
He dumped me because he liked Brittany. A stupid probably. Stupid probably fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems and now he's gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. You need to be Vampire.
We're not going out with Draco anymore.
Said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virginity to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. I like how she had to revamp that she lost her virginity to Draco in the Forbidden Forest where she lost her virginity to Draco.
Author's note, stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault. It's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't
Link Harry.
Harry now is because he's Christian, or well, it's his Christian because there's no apostrophe, and Vampire is a Satanist.
MCR rocks.
I guess.
It's like, it reminds me, because she puts that at the end of quite a few of her author's notes, it reminds me of when, like, text signatures were a thing.
Yeah,
like,
they still are for some reason. I hate them. I'm like, really? Do you really need...
Everyone hates them. Everyone does. But that's what it reminds me of. Have fun reading.
Alright. I was so mad and sad, I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against a tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't even have a nose, like I just fucking said. Basically, like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black out. It was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice. But then Voldemort shouted, Imperious, and I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
Of course you're a sadist, hun. Of course.
What should Voldemort sound like?
Something absolutely ridiculously raspy. Like, but high-pitched. They must kill Vampire Potter.
Thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire as his sex eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Julie Maiden, whoever the fuck that is, Madden.
Joelle
I remember
Madden.
that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought that if Draco went out with Vampire before, I went out with him and they broke up. No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No,
Thou must.
Guns in this universe now.
I'm gonna be Voldemort now. Thou must, he yelled. If thou, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco.
How do you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a "do you're so retarded" look on his face.
I have telekinesis.
He answered cruelly.
And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou shalt know what will happen to Draco.
He shouted, then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came to the woods. Draco, I said. Hi.
Hi. You love my Draco voice too much.
I absolutely love it. He stepped back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? I asked.
No! Get yourself together, little boy.
I'm trying.
I can't wait to say that's okay, too. Keep going.
I'm sorry I got mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I explained.
That's okay.
He said all the went back into Hogwarts together making out.
They walked back to the school just making out the entire time.
I guess. I don't even.
Oh, I need water.
That looks like a fucking nightmare, by the way.
What? Oh god.
Fucking nightmare.
I can't wait to read it. In chapter 10. Stop it, you gay fags. If you... Babe, no. Stop it, you gay fags. If you do not like my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle after all, and she is vampire. Or evil, that's why they move houses, okay?
Glad 666 is in the center again.
Oh, yeah. I kind of want to count the X's just to, like, make sure.
It looks like there's one less to the left than there is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. God damn it, Ebony. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666.
Of course, that's the name of her band.
I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. The other
Wish
people...
you were one of those fucking bands, bitch.
None of those fucking bands can even combine. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Like Slipknot and My Chemical Romance? No.
Especially not with Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte is way too preppy. Like...
Yeah, like...
She bitches about preps all the time, but Good Charlotte is the prep of all the bands she listens to. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Hargrid. Hargrid is in their band. Only today Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that.
The word cross as a vampire.
There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. And she spelt it like the food.
Of course.
Instead of S-T-A-K-E, it's S-T-E-A-K.
S-T-E-A-K.
Or a steak. All I can imagine, there's this book called Bunnicula where there's a part where, like, the cat thinks that the bunny is a vampire, so they grab a steak off of the counter and start hitting his chest with it. And Vampire is probably watching a depressing movie, like The Corpse Bride.
It's not even a depressing movie.
I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs, and a tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt, of course. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. You've only had sex once in the Forbidden Forest. Don't worry, you're not a slut. Fucking all I can think is that she doesn't describe what her body looks like, and all I can think of is just massively fat gothic chick.
Yeah, just like grossly fat,
grossly obese goth girl. Like, that's all I can think the entire time.
If you hadn't told me about that, I would have thought she was hot, but now I just think she's fucking gross.
Oh yeah, she is most definitely the most disgusting. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. You can be Bloody Mary.
Oh god, what should I make this voice? Are you okay, Ebony?
Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, Voldemort came to me, and the fucking best... Weh.
Dishes.
Oh. So how did your dishes go?
Swimmingly.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna pick back up on this paragraph that I was on.
Hold on, let me get there.
Okay.
What chapter were we on?
Let me scroll up. Oh god, I should probably highlight where we are so I don't lose it too.
I feel like it was chapter 8.
It was... fucking goddamn it. It was chapter 9.
Oh, is it?
No, wait, no, it's chapter 10. Right after the author's note that says, "Stut it, you gay fags." Yeah.
Wait, didn't we read this too? Yeah, we read this. I remember we read this.
We didn't read this whole chapter. We're like partway through it.
Oh yeah.
Bloody Mary says, "Ebony, are you okay?" And I'm about to read. What the fuck do you think?
Yeah.
Alright, you good?
Yep.
Alright. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came to me, the fucking bastard, told me to fucking kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice. And if I did, go out with Draco, but if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He said. Who could you fucking poser muggle bitch? See, is that out of character? I started to cry and cry. Drake had started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. Everyone's crying. The crying is occurring in every person's.
Just all the time.
You cry and cry all the time. You're a water elemental. We practiced for one more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily.
Is that a hold on? Was that an Adventure Time reference you just pulled
Yeah,
on
it's fucking Flame Princess and Finn.
I've actually seen that episode. That's why I got it.
I love Flame Princess. She was my queen. But anyway, then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. You can be Dumbledore.
Oh god, what was Dumbledore's voice again?
Something deep. Just go deep.
What have you done?
He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically nuts where in this time he was really upset and you will cry. See why?
Who is this?
It's still Dumbledore.
Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist.
I thought Draco couldn't do that.
That's what I thought. I guess I don't fucking. None of it. I don't try to make sense out of any of this.
Chapter 11.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm watching a fight scene between Pearl and Amethyst, and it's super intense and real.
Oh my god, you need to not watch that until you catch up on Steven Universe.
I'm not even listening to any of the dialogues with volume sound. It's just Amethyst crying as she beats the living shit out of Pearl.
Yep. You need to catch up on Steven Universe. But anyway, please continue.
Amethyst. Oh god. No, I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went to my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily. While I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume, I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and I put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends, and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. And then I looked out the window and screamed.
Snap.
Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating.
He was masticating.
You know what masticating means?
What?
It means chewing. It's like you chew something.
I thought you were gonna say it was like when a dom masturbates or something. I thought you were gonna make a pun.
No, it's the technical term for chewing on something. Like you masticate chewing gum.
Yeah, I knew that, but I thought you were gonna make a pun about fucking masochists.
I wish I had, but I was like, no, I want to be fucking real for a second.
He was chewing to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks.
They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you fucking pervs, stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, vampire ran in.
I have something to say. She was already dressed. She had already gotten dressed, and she decided to wrap herself into her Marilyn Manson towel.
I fucking guess.
Also, I'd like to mention that she included Linkin Park in this. now.
Oh, poor Linkin Park.
I'm so sorry, Linkin Park.
Abra,
Abracadabra.
I think that's supposed to be Kadabra, but it came out Kadabra.
Yeah.
He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb.
Womb. He's pointing his womb.
I thought she was going for wand, and I was like, womb?
But it's spelled like womb.
I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming at the camera,
And the
they
camera.
both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, everyone, we need to talk.
I'm gonna be Hagrid.
That made no sense.
I'm gonna be Hagrid.
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a Hogwarts student.
I may be a Hogwarts student.
He just sounds angry all the time.
I know. Hagrid paused angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. Everyone's a Satanist.
Oh, God. I want to do Snap's voice, but I don't know what it should be. I'm running out of retarded voices. This cannot be. Name. You read after that.
Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him.
There must be other factors.
You're Ebony too.
Oh God. You don't have any, I yelled madly.
Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint. More than I normally do. Like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. I thought it said cock at first, and I was like,
Luke.
I know it's supposed to be cloak, but I glanced at that and I was like, why is he rubbing his dirty hands on his cock? And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air, then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
50 Cent. Of course. Hagrid sings a gothic version of a 50 Cent song. Of course that's the thing he does.
Let's turn up. Alright, you're Snap still.
Because you're gothic.
Snap asked in a little afraid voice because he was afraid. It meant he was connected with Satan and he was afraid.
She used the word afraid like 3 times in that fucking sentence.
I know.
He acted an afraid way because he was afraid because he...
I don't know who's talking right now. I think it's Draco. Oh my god. I'm reading this chapter.
Wow.
Author's note. I'm reading this chapter. I ended up reading half of the chapter you were supposed to be reading, but like, I'll read this one. Author's note. Stop saying, okay, Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address it in issue How do you know Snap ain't into Christian? Plus, Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That is Cedric, okay?
That was a fucking ordeal.
How do you think I felt? I lost brain cells reading that.
My soul just vanished from
Literally, in the
earth.
first sentence of this chapter is, I was about to slit my wrists again.
Oh my god.
Alright, anyway. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. I like how she obviously used a thesaurus this time. I don't even know who's talking anymore. Like, oh, it's Vampire. Vampire is talking.
I'm pretty sure it's her.
No, it's Vampire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, what was his voice?
It was Harry Potter. What was Harry Potter's voice? Just make him sound like a whiny bitch.
It was like some douchey. No, I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. No, it can't be Vampire because he just said it in the third person.
No, there's fucking quotations there. It's literally just no. I think she forgot to, like, unpress caps lock. Because halfway between the word Hagrid, it's like hair is capitalized and then grid is lowercase.
Vampire? Yeah, but still.
I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream.
Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts.
And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know?
I saw it and my scar turned back into a lightning bolt.
No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have the scar anymore, I shouted.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back.
Continue.
I read like an extra 3 words I shouldn't have.
No, you didn't. That was... Just keep going. That was fine.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into a lightning bolt. Then I had a version of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort was him bondage.
So, Voldemort has him in bondage.
I guess.
Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrist. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid, it's in all caps, Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the CDO kid. What the fuck is this naked? What the fuck is this? Dumbledore had constipated the CDO camera they took of me naked. Oh, it's supposed to be video, but confiscated, I think, is what she was going for.
Oh, okay.
Dumbledore had...
Really dissect that sentence.
I put up my middle finger at them. Of course you did. You are a hardcore rebel gothic chick. Anyway, Hagrid came into my... Oh, fuck you too, Tracen. Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Ebony, I need to tell you something, he said in a serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate that color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. No, Ebony, Hagrid said. Those are not roses. What are they, goths too, you prep poser? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, I didn't. Oh. No, you didn't.
No.
There's no, like, she didn't press enter between the dialogue, so I was like, This has got to be Hagrid still. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong?
Masturbated!
To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed at the pink roses. These aren't roses! He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty... Oh, God. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely.
Of course, wisely, too. Oh, God, it's a long-ass fucking...
It's a
Right.
long fucking chapter. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cord. Oh, wait. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulous Murgo, me Carumblio, Rockamo-cio. For all you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute specifically for Raven. I love you, girl. I am not okay-o. I am not okay. That is the... I'm not okay-o. All the My Chemical Romance references. I feel like I'm 13 right now.
Oh, God.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. Of course they did. And it was black.
Of course it did.
And now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. What the fuck? WTF is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of the flame, and I could see nothing. You see, Ebony? Dumbledore. I don't think she had Raven helping her with this fucking chapter.
She didn't either.
You see, Ebony? Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is in the flames. Haha, you revere's flames, get it? You must find yourself number one K. I have found myself, old man. Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back to bed. You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on black leather mini dress that was all ripped up on the ends with lace and gothic clothing, blah blah blah. She mentions Billy Joe Armstrong while describing her outfit. I put my hair all out around me, so I looked like Samara from The Ring. Of course, hun. Of course you look like Samara. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on my blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs. Get it? You do too, I said sadly too. Oh, they're saying this sadly? You don't use the word kawaii unless you are...
In a sad way, yeah, like...
You look so kawaii, girl.
So kawaii.
Fangs, you do too.
Hey. Fucking dinner.
Okay, have fun with dinner.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll eat quickly, okay?
Okay, just shovel that shit in your mouth.
I will gargle that nice juicy meat waiting for me out there.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.